mean by the high end is sell the highest price points you can. Because the biggest mistake I see right now, in particular in the fitness industry, is these retard mentors telling you to charge. Because the people who have a lot of money, who are successful, who are driven, they just want their execution marching orders, go and do the thing. They go and do it. They come back when they get stuck. If you get one client to refer two clients, your business will grow indefinitely for free. And that's one of the ways seven-figure selling systems is blowing up to be the world's #1 fitness mastermind, is we get so many people coming to us from referrals, probably 30-40% of the clients who sign up with us. This is the most basic thing anyone could understand in business, in particular an online fitness business. And this is where so many people go fucking wrong, and so many people get shit advice from mentors. Now, we have 5 trainings a week in our mastermind as a group, which are fucking baller. If you're in a position looking to scale your online business, this is probably one of the best books you can ever read. And this book is $100 Million Offers by Alex Hormozis. Now, in this podcast episode, I'm going to go through the 5 biggest takeaways I took from this and practically implemented in my business. So I can save you reading the whole thing. I still recommend you do, but I'm going to give you my big takeaways. If you also haven't, go and check out our other episode, which is the 5 biggest takeaways we took from his new book, which is $100 Million Leads. Now, firstly, context is everything. Why should you listen to someone like Alex Hormozis? His net worth is over $100 million. He's set up 3 highly successful companies, exited 2 of them, and the reality is success leaves clues. It's a bit like me at 7-Figure Scaling Systems. I'm the person who does the thing. We have a multi-7-figure-a-year fitness business, and then we also have 7-Figure Scaling System, which helps fitness trainers build their own 7-figure fitness business. So we do the thing, we teach others to do the thing. That's why we're the highest level of authority. Now, when we come into the book, the relevance of this is huge. And the first thing that I would say that's important is that I took as the biggest takeaway was understanding the value equation. And what do you mean by that? In terms of like making an offer so good that they can't say no. And I'll give you an example. Even what we did with 7-Figure Scaling Systems, we changed our price and offer in May, and we actually doubled our revenue the following month by doing nothing else but changing the price, the offer, and the guarantee. And we're going to break down some of those things within this video in this episode so you understand exactly what you need to do and some of the things you can implement in your business and take away from this. They can help you make more money, have more impact, and help more people all over the world. Now, firstly, if we look at the value equation, one of the biggest mistakes people make is this. They give away the price of their program before the other person actually understands value. And this is why you need to do sales calls. Because if you're selling a product that's over, say, $1,000, £1,000, over the 997 mark, you're going to struggle in terms of selling that with the click and buy generally, because the other person doesn't necessarily understand the value of it, which is what the goal of the sales call, strategy call, diagnostic call, however you call it, is for. And the reality with this, what we want to do is get the prospect onto the call and do 2 things. One, dig into where they are now. So like a discovery phase, find out more about the business, more about them, build up some rapport, know, like, and trust. Second is find out where they want to go, and that builds the gap. Now, what you do with this gap, your products and service fills that gap, and that's how the person understands the value of what you do. Because if you, for example, with what we do at 7-Figure Scaling Systems, we can help someone go from making 10K a month to 30K a month in 2 to 3 months. That's a big fucking return on investment on money. Whereas if we just said to someone it's X amount of to sign up, this is what we do, here's a couple of bullet points, do you want in or not? It's a different conversation, and people need to be sold into these things. Now, when we look at a value equation of what we basically do, you want your product to really be sitting at the high end. Now, what I mean by the high end is sell the highest price points you can. Because the biggest mistake I see right now, in particular in the fitness industry, is these retard mentors telling you to charge £200 monthly for coaching programs. That's exactly what I would do if I didn't want to make money. If you want to make money, what you want to be doing is 2 things. 1, selling the highest price possible. 2 is selling paid in fulls. And let me explain why. The biggest thing we have right now is there's a lot of coaches coming into the market fighting at the bottom. So this is like the red ocean strategy. The blue ocean strategy is where there's very few people at the top charging premium prices, having a premium product, and trying to help the top level people. So where do you think it logically makes sense to go? Top level people. The reality with this also is that the people at the top also have the most disposable income to spend. So when you think about this logically, when you're looking to try and sign up clients, the more money they have, the more money they can actually pay you, but also their return on investment of working with you increases. And let me explain why. If, for example, I made $100,000 a year and you increase my energy and productivity 10%, I could argue I make $10,000 extra per year. However, let's say I make $1 million a year. If you help me be happier, fitter, better libido, more energy, less stress, and I make an extra 10% a year in terms of being more productive and happier, that's $100,000 extra per year I earn. So therefore, the people who actually have more money who you work with will actually get more of a return on investment in your program. By default, they'll also be willing to pay you more money. They'll also be better clients in terms of being actually more coachable and listening to what you say. And thirdly, the best thing of all is this. The people who pay the most want the least. And listen to that again. The people who pay the most want the least. Because the reality is I've had people buying our Voldemort offer program, the Shred and 8 program at $9.97 a week who want a one-to-one coaching call with me. We've had people buy £10,000 coaching programs I've never spoken to. Mic drop moment. Because the people who have a lot of money, who are successful, who are driven, they just want their execution marching orders, go and do the thing. They go and do it. They come back when they get stuck. They haven't got time for bullshit. They don't want a one-to-one call every week. No fucking client wants a one-to-one call every week. If you're doing that business in your business right now, you're wasting a huge amount of time. And something that other mentors won't tell you is this. The first thing you actually want to delegate in your business is this, the fulfillment. Because that's what's holding you back and that's what's getting you stuck in the business. And what you want to be doing is focusing on working on the business and not working the business. And when you understand the value equation, the more value you can actually give to your client is actually you being less involved, because it gives you more opportunity to build out the rest of the program so it's even better in terms of more automated services, more group trainings, better products, better trained staff. This is really what you want to be focusing on doing. And with the value equation, give as much as you can to your clients in terms of added bonuses. So whether it be like we do in-person training camps in our fitness business. We did one in Vegas, one in Marbella this year. We'll do another one in Dubai. The more you add these things in, the more customers are going to love you, the more customers are going to stay on the program for longer. And with this value, what happens? You maximize the lifetime value of a customer. You can do that 3 ways. One is you sell them a higher price program at the start, which we already discussed. Number 2 is selling them a longer duration program, because I bet you're listening to this right now and you're making this mistake. You're selling the monthly bullshit program. You're selling the 12-week program. But what does your customer actually need? Because if you think about it like this, if my name's Charlie Johnson, I come to you and I need to lose 50 pounds of body weight, you selling me a 12-week program is a complete fucking waste of time. Why? Because I'm not going to lose 50 pounds in 12 weeks. So you're not actually selling me the solution to what I need. What you need to do is sell me a 12-month program, because that's when I can actually change my life and lose the 50 pounds. Clients inherently actually know that, and that's why they don't buy your 12-week program, because like, well, this doesn't really fix my problem. So create your offer and your product to solve the problem your client has. Sell the longer program. You make a lot more money. And the third way to increase lifetime value, get clients to buy more frequently, keep them renewing. And you do that by adding in more bonuses and more stuff into the programs, like I mentioned in terms of in-person events. Maybe you give away merchandise. Maybe you do extra bonuses and ebooks and recipe guides you give throughout the year. Just give as much value as you can, which doesn't necessarily involve you doing one-to-one, and your business will grow exponentially. Because what I want you to think of is this. If you can get one client to refer 2 clients for the next 12 months, your business will grow indefinitely for free. Listen to that again. If you get one client to refer 2 clients, your business will grow indefinitely for free. And that's one of the ways 7-Figure Selling Systems is blowing out to be the world's #1 fitness mastermind, is we get so many people coming to us from referrals, probably 30-40% of the clients who sign up with us. Second thing we take from Alex Hormozis' $100 million office book is this, results in advance. And what do I mean by that? So the way you think about this is is almost even in the content and the information you put out in the world. So I'll give you some an insight. From when I first started fitness coaching back in the day, my first fitness mentor I worked with, he looked at my content and he said this to me. He said, your content makes you look like a narcissistic prick. I was like, cheers. Because it was all topless ab selfies, look how good I look, all this type of bullshit. And what you've got to think is the audience who's looking at you is what's in it for me. Now, there's an element of, yes, showing your status and how good you are at what you do, but the more value you give to someone, the more they're going to buy into you and they're going to have a positive relationship with you. Let's give an example that I made some type of calf training tip, because my calf's so good, of course, and someone went and tried it and they're like, holy fucking shit, I've never felt my calves like this before. They've then got a positive connection and bias to me. They believe everything I say because it works. So they're going to start to bring in more of my content, absorb more of my content. Who do you think they're going to go to when they want to get help? Or if I reach out to them, Do you think they're going to be receptive? Yes, because they've already got a positive relationship with me, because they know the information I have is good. So you almost want to give away as much free content as possible. And talking of free content, if you want the best training on the internet right now that's completely free to scale your business with organic content, hit the link below this video and you can get access to our free 4C course, which is basically how we help you to do this. It's create content, to create conversations, to create calls, to create clients. So you get free access to that now. Now, the reason we give so much value away is A, it shows you know what the fuck you're doing. B, it knows trust. C, it gives you generally a reason you can create a conversation which is going to start a sale. So the more you get into that position, the more you're going to be a help. Now, the last part of this I'm going to go into is when you're looking to give results in advance, is think about the actual sales calls you're having with people. When you're discussing where people are, what you want to think about is this. It's very, very simply, go into the call, rapport, discovery phase, and then you want to wow them with like, holy fucking shit, I don't know what I'm talking about here. Because we do this all the time. We pull people's businesses apart and they're like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't know any of this. And as soon as someone has that reaction, like, you know they're in. Because it's like, they look at us like the man who invented fire, when they're like, you can sell a $3,000 program, a $5,000 program, and like we do it all day long. They're like, holy shit. And that's what you want, is the reaction from your client. Like, you look like the person who's invented the wheel. That's what you aim to say to them. And we're like, yeah, you can go have your clients go out the weekend and eat what they want for 1 meal a week and get fucking shredded. Because you want to give them what they want and then sell them what they need. So we have to have a blend. And that's the important thing with power of results in advance, is give them so much information and knowledge up front that they will believe, trust you. And what they basically do, you give them everything for free, but they pay you for the implementation and the accountability. Because let's be fucking straight. Any information you want is on the internet right now for completely free. In particular with ChatGPT, YouTube and all the other stuff. The issue isn't information, it's a lack of implementation. And that's why people need coaching, that's why people need accountability, that's why people need one-to-one guidance, and that's why the power of results in advance works so well. The third big takeaway I take from $100 million offers. Now, when you're making an offer for your business, whether it's a fitness business, a B2B business, whatever it might be, is this: some type of guarantee. Because one of the biggest reasons people won't sign up for a program is fear of loss. People shit themselves that everything's a scam. Even though you've got 10,000 hallucinations on the internet and there's videos of you with these people, they think you're not real and it's all generated by AI and a complete scam. Now, the reality of what you want to do is you want to create some way to alleviate loss. So some examples in terms of guarantees you could add, like for example, in our own fitness coaching programs, we have a guarantee that if you don't get results after 12 weeks, 6 months, 12 months, however long you sign up for the program for, we'll give you your money back. Because it's physically fucking impossible that if you do everything, you won't get results. So the client has to check in, they have to log everything on the app, basically do everything we say. If they do that for the length of the program and they don't get results, we give them the money back. Do you know how often that's happened? Zero. Never. Because it's impossible. And it's the same thing in terms of 7-figure scaling systems. We also have a guarantee because it's fucking impossible. We can't grow your business. And our guarantee is basically what's called a self-liquidating offer, which is another type of offer if you have a B2B offer, where essentially we will make you X amount of money over the 90-day period, and we will coach you for free until you make that back if you don't make it back. So it's physically impossible. You can't make money. Because when there's no risk of loss on the table, the only thing you can think of is the upside. And that's your job, is to alleviate the risk, make everything a fucking no-brainer with the offer you're doing. And that's when we changed it with our own businesses. We literally doubled everything within 4 weeks. So if you're in a position right now, you want to scale your business and you don't want any loss, we do have a guarantee with what we do that will make you the money back. We work for you for free. So you hit the link below this podcast and book in a call with me to discuss how we can help you, or drop us a message. But a huge thing I would take away is just alleviate risk, because people have a huge fear of loss. And I'd also say, in particular, that happens very much more to the European market, particularly with British people, because they're inherently very skeptical. And a random fact, if you want to know something, is the lowest statistical ROAS, return on ad spend, for paid advertising is the United Kingdom, because we're very, very risk averse. Number 4 takeaway from the book is layering offers for maximum impact. Now, it's interesting, we have Black Friday coming up. I've been doing a lot of trainings on this for our mastermind. I'm doing a huge training for our event in Dubai, which is next week. We will also have another mastermind event in February for anyone who wants to come to that. And what we're basically doing when you were layering offers for special promotions, so for like Black Friday, New Year, 4th of July, whatever, is you want to add as much value into the program as you can, so it's a fucking no-brainer. So if I give you some secrets of what we're doing Black Friday, we basically doing our fitness business, we're giving away essentially 3 months free coaching. So what that looks like is we're going to sell our 12-month coaching program for the normal price, and then we're going to give 3 months free extra coaching on top of it. So you pay for 12, you get 15. So we're not actually reducing our price. We sell the same price, but we sell a longer term program. And the reality of what you should do if your business is successfully and correctly, you should have an 80% profit margin on coaching. So I don't give a flying fuck if we give away 3 months coaching, because we're hugely profitable anyway. And that's the position you want to be in. So that's a core part of the Black Friday offer and for fitness. And then what we do in addition to that is we stack even more value into it. So we add in 3 in-person training events in Marbella, Vegas, and probably Dubai next year. Will all be included. It's worth like $3,000. We give them every single ebook we've ever made, every single guide, access to training courses. And we wrap it all up and say it's worth about $4,000, which it probably is, to be fair. It's probably about 200-300 guides in that. And that's always giving this as a no-brainer offer. Now, what's important when you're layering maximum value like that is the way you stack it. So you want to stack it like literally in your funnel, on your sales deck, wherever you're showing it, and then have an RRP next to it and a total price. So someone can see the actual physical value of what that's worth, and they get it for free. That makes a big, big difference in terms of making a product look a lot more valuable and layering in. So if your product right now, you want to increase the program price, think about what you can add into it, which is going to add more value to it for the prospects, but not necessarily take more of your time or more financial commitment from you. Number 5 takeaway from $100 million offers. This is the most basic thing anyone could understand in business, in particular an online fitness business. And this is where so many people go fucking wrong, and so many people get shit advice from mentors. Now, we have 5 trainings a week in our mastermind as a group, which are fucking baller. We have a millionaire mindset call with Gavin on a Monday. He personally helped me completely transform my mindset and lifestyle last year. To have a call on Tuesday with me is basically how to book more calls and lead generation, paid ads, social media strategies, everything like that, running teams. Wednesday, we have a sales sensei call with Joe Marcuse. Thursday, we have a call with Jeremy, who runs all the fulfillment in terms of how to maximize referrals or retention, keep money in the business. Friday, we have another sales sensei call with Joe Marcuse, how to get better at closing and make money. The only 2 things you need to do in your business are book calls, close calls. And the big thing they talk about in $100 million offers is mastering the art of persuasion, which is selling. And there's 2 ways you sell. One is with copy, aka text. It's like the headlines of funnels, the hooks on videos, hooks on captions, hooks on podcasts. The second thing is actually on sales calls. And sales calls are when the rubber meets the road. Now, a lot of mentors out there will tell you that, oh, you don't need to focus on sales, you shouldn't be a salesman, you shouldn't be this. That's fucking bullshit. And those people are saying it because they can't sell and their business is shit, straight up. And the reality is everything in life is a sale. The better you get at sales, easier everything fucking comes in your business. If you're really good at sales, guess what? Your paid ads work. If you're really good at sales, guess what? Organic content works. If you're really good at sales and copy, guess what? Your email marketing works. Everything works when you're good at sales, because that's literally the most important thing in the business that brings money in. You could do fucking nothing else and just be really good at sales, you would do reasonably well. So what you should do is actually put time into terms of getting really good at sales, and that will help you a huge amount. Now, a couple of things that help in terms of mastering persuasion before, after, and during the sales process, and just generally, is this. The most obvious thing most people understand, being really fucking good at what you do. So selling, showing client results, testimonials, videos, before and after photos. Us in the mastermind, we've got shitloads of client results. I'm going from like 0 to 52K in 4 weeks and crazy shit. The more stuff you show like that, the more people are like, well, if he can do it, he can do it, he can do it, then I can do it. And that's really what you want to push, because you want this to be a no-brainer situation. And the reality is, when people get faith in their program, it's this. They see someone else who's like them crushing it and think, well, if he can do it, so can I. And we get that over and over again, in particular when people listen to this podcast and listen to some of our clients' stories and journeys and results they've had. They're like, well, holy shit, like Troy Sutton was working in a fucking supermarket 18 months ago. He's 20 years old. He's now making $22,000 a month to live in Dubai. If he can do it, then I can fucking do it. And that's the mindset you need to have to be successful, and be willing to work really, really hard, and understand there's going to be periods where you're overwhelmed, periods where you've got to grind, periods where things go wrong, and that's okay. And that's normal. And that's the reality of whatever you have in life. But here's an interesting thing for you to think about. People say live your passions, but right now, Google passion, and look up the Latin meaning of it, because it means to suffer. For you to be successful and live your passions, you're going to have to suffer and you have to work fucking hard. But it doesn't mean you have to work hard doing the wrong things. It means you should work hard doing the right things. And if you want help to do the right things in growing your business, hit the link below this podcast and you book in a free call with me and the team, and we can discuss with you exactly where you need to go to scale your business this year and next year, so you can have the life you want and you don't have to suffer without endlessly needing to. Because I see so many people going towards a proverbial iceberg, well, that's going to fucking destroy their business, and they hit it and they don't listen. And the reality is, it doesn't have to be that way. So if you're in that position, you're struggling, you're not sure how to get the next level, hit the link below this. If you enjoy this podcast episode, I ask one thing from you: please share it with a friend. We're trying to give as much value away as we can physically possible in this, so it'd mean a huge amount to me. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, and see you next episode soon.